guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome to Hatchsput Economics. Hatchsput. And it's your girl Connie. And thank you guys for being here. Before you do anything, please like and subscribe. You're going to love this channel. This is a great conversation. It's going to take you on a hip hop journey. And this is why I named this. Do Black women really want to be happy? And I have to say this because I have to say it because I care about you. I love you. And I know we all have the ability, each and every one of us, listen to this video. But do you really want to be happy? Do you really want to have success? Do you want to have the love of your life? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to open your business? Do you want to be financially free? Do you really want to be happy? And this is what I'm going to say. Like, it has to be said. It's 2018. We're only in the third month of a brand new year. We have definitely more time to do a reset. So, for all of you who haven't been living through your goals, if you haven't been planning, it is time. Today is March 22nd. Today, you can do a reset with Connie. You can reset your life. You don't have to keep making the same mistakes. You don't have to be like that guy in the movie Groundhog Day and keep living the same day. So the first thing I want to talk about is the law of attraction. So why am I talking about the law of attraction? Why am I so focused on law of attraction? Why is law of attraction on an economics channel? And the reason why is you need a positive mind to get a positive life. I truly believe what you talk about, what you focus, what is the bulk of your attention will get you what you see in your life. And again, if you like this video, I'm going to ask you to share it, to post it. For each and every person who likes this video, share it with your friends and your family. This is going to be a great video. And it's going to take you on a journey, especially for my Black women, to show you what you can have if you are brave enough to say you want to have it and you're going to go for it. So the law of attraction, again, I'll put the links in the description box. It says, what is the law of attraction? Open your eyes to a world of endless possibilities. So right here, it says, simply put, the law of attraction is the ability to attract into our lives whatever we are focusing on. It is believed that regardless of age, nationality, or religious belief, we are all susceptible to laws which govern the universe, including the law of attraction. It is a law of attraction which uses our power of the mind to translate whatever is in our thoughts and materialize them into reality. In basic terms, all thoughts turn into things eventually. So I want to stop right there. If you left a bad situation, all right, let's say you left a bad relationship. What's the point to leaving that relationship if you keep talking about it every single chance you get? I'm not saying you can't bring it up for a reference point or an educational point or, sorry, or just to use it as a way to teach or illustrate something that happened. But if you wake up and you're living, eating, sleeping, breathing, what happened to you in that past relationship, you might as well stay there. You might as well stay there. What is the purpose of you moving forward physically if you don't move forward emotionally? This is real shit. And I want to get through to Black women. If you want to do something you've never done, you got to start saying and thinking things you never had. If you want to start doing things that you've never done in your life, like have a successful relationship, open a business, lose weight, become an entrepreneur, diversify your income. It doesn't matter what you want. If you can't move past it emotionally, spiritually, from your core, you'll be stuck there forever. And it's addictive. I will tell you right now, talking about shit that gets us pissed off is addictive. I'll be the first one to keep it real. We love gossip. We love the tea. We got the Kermit the Frog. We love all the memes. It's fun. But what are you doing to your life? And people that tell you the law of attraction is not real, when someone gives you a compliment and says, you look great today, automatically you can measure that on a human scale. You can measure that. If somebody keeps telling you you're ugly, you're unattractive, I hate you, those words literally have a physical effect. When they did studies and show that Black women are suffering from physical aspects of microaggression at work, she's having heart palpitations, she's having anxiety, she's having paranoia. What do you think those things are? That's all stuff that's not physical. That's all emotional. That's negative energy or positive energy. And those aspects are happening because of the effects of negative energy. But it's scary, right? Because if you believe the law of attraction, that means what? oh shit, I got to take accountability. Oh shit, I got to stop talking about what I don't want. Oh shit, I got to start putting energy into plans. I got to start putting energy into real shit. And it becomes kind of scary that you got to take accountability, that you have to acknowledge, that you have to have awareness. I call it the AAA of life. Acknowledge, accountability, awareness, AAA. And you have to make a decision. If you want to keep talking about the same things to the same people, about the same places, about the same situations, you have to listen to how people make you feel. I'm going to say it again. You have to listen to how people make you feel. And what I mean by that is listen to your insides. If you're listening to this video and when you're done, you have anxiety, you have paranoia, you're uneasy, you're angry, and you're started off exactly where you were when it was 000 into the video, then just don't subscribe to me. I don't want you to be here if you don't feel uplifted, if you don't feel motivated, if you don't think that I'm saying things to you that can help you change your life. Your time is valuable, and you shouldn't waste your valuable, limited commodity of time on people, places, and things that are not going to move you. And I'm trying my best to show you. I've been coaching so many Black women my entire life. It's my passion. I'm an HR director. I've been dealing with women industries my entire life. I've dedicated my life to Black women because I saw that we were the most underserved population in America. In every single demographic, we are always the last man standing. And I said, if I can make a change in one life of one Black woman, that's enough because one life impacts generations beyond me. So I need you to make a decision before I continue this video. I need you to pause this video, say, what do I want from my life? Get a pen and paper. Do your 3-month plan, your 6-month plan, your 1-year plan, your 2-year, your 3-year, your 4-year, your 5-year. I am dead serious. And write down what you want. If you don't know how you're going to get it, we can think about that later. But write down what you want, no judgment. If you want to get married, no judgment. If you want children, no judgment. If you don't want to get married, you don't want to no judgment. If you want to open a business, be an entrepreneur, no judgment. No judgment. My only thing is, don't make decisions based out of fear and practicality. Don't make decisions based out of fear and practicality because you're going to fail. You already failed before you started. If I choose not to lose weight because I've tried to lose weight 100 times, that's making a decision based out of fear and practicality. If I choose not to open a business because I've tried to open businesses before and I failed, that's not something positive. And it's the same thing. If you choose to be alone and deprive yourself of the love, adoration, and the worship that every Black woman deserves because of bad relationships that you did wrong, that's not being positive. That's depriving yourself of the happiness you can have. So cleanse your mind. Give yourself a minute to think about how you can have your life if everything went the way it wanted. Because I've been there. I'm here to tell you, I have been there. And I struggle with it. And I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I've had challenges in my life, present, constant. But I got pulled back into the law of attraction because someone pulled me back and said, hey, you have made such great strides. You lost weight. You own 2 properties. You have a business. You got 2 businesses. You got 3 businesses. You're a graduate. You have all these great things going for you. So why do you think you need to limit yourself or give in to the fear of others? And that's what you need. You got to keep positivity in your circle. So let me just continue down here really quick. All right. It says, what is the law of attraction? So the law of attraction is one of life's biggest mysteries. It's kind of like gravity. If you walk up to somebody and say, hey, how does gravity work? The average person can't tell you how gravity works, but it does. Very few people are fully aware of how an impact the law of attraction has on their life, whether they're doing it knowingly or unknowingly. Every second of our existence, we are acting as human magnets, sending out our thoughts and emotions and attracting back of more what we have put out. Unfortunately, so many of us still are blind to the potential we have locked deep within us. Consequently, it's all too easy to leave your thoughts and emotions unchecked. This sends us the wrong thoughts and attracts us more of unwanted emotion and events into your life. Having said this, discovering the law of attraction is at work within your life could be a good cause for celebration. Once the power of attraction has been understood by you, it's no longer a secret. Plus, you have to learn to effectively apply these to your everyday life. Once you do that, your future is yours to create. Okay, so this is a problem. You have two layers to your mind. People say, Connie, what are you talking about? I like chocolate ice cream or vanilla. I can't remember why. I like, the beach better than the park. I don't really know why. Well, I don't know why, but my subconscious layer does. Whatever happens to you from the day you are born, you are a mass recorder. That's how you have your accent. That's how I got my accent. That's how I do my body gestures. That's how we have our body language. We are truly absorbing our environment every single second of the day, whether you know it or not. So your subconscious is what commands all of that. And your consciousness is what your subconscious allows you to be aware of. There's so many things happening in the body that if we were to think every single thing through, the beating of my heart, the pulsing of the blood through my veins, the messages and all the neurons connecting in my brain as I'm talking to you right now. If I had to actually control all of that by mechanical operational thought, we wouldn't be able to process it. There's no way I can speak, blink, look, move my hands, talk within a split second, and do that as if I'm thinking each thing. So your subconsciousness takes over and manages the majority of those functions. But some of those functions do affect our personality, what we think, our capability, our limits, our limitations, our lack of limitations. That's why you see environments matter, words matter, energy matter, because where you are affects who you will become. But if you want to change that, you got to affect and go back into the body, go back into the mind, and saturate yourself with those things until it becomes part of your new subconsciousness. That's why it's hard to lose weight. That's why it's hard to change your life. That's why even if something is proven to be mad good for you, you still have resistance to it because you have that subconscious layer that's there and it's on autopilot. So it's like you tapping out autopilot, trying to raise them out the seat. It's very hard. But I have to ask you, if you want to be happy, if you truly want to be happy, you got to do things you've never done. And it's only 3 months in. And guys, you got to make a choice. I know talking about negativity is addictive. I know talking about a negativity is seductive. I know because I've been there. I've been through depression. I've been through anxiety. I was diagnosed with endometriosis and PCOS. I've had chemotherapy. I've taken needles. I've had therapy for my body and my soul. I've had physical therapy when I had bones that were broken and I had to learn how to walk back after getting surgery. I've been through everything and I've lived on the dark side. I gave in to the dark side. I was comfortable. I was protected. I said, fuck the whole world, fuck everybody. And for a long time, I'll be honest with you, no one could hurt me because I was absorbed. I was the Darth Vader of the dark side. Okay? I was chilling with the dark side. And I was like, you know what? I'm safe here. No one can lie to me. No one can hurt me. No one can, mislead me. I didn't have friends in my life. I didn't have that much family in my life. I didn't have any relationships, but I was safe. And I did this for about a good 2 years. I did this. And eventually I got lonely. Eventually I felt like I was only living. I wasn't alive. I didn't feel like I was truly doing anything. I was paying my bills. I was acquiring wealth. I was building my little mini empire, but I was lonely inside. So it got to a point in my life where I said, I got to make a choice. Do I want to move forward or do I want to stay here where it's safe, but I'm not living? I'm not taking any risk. I'm completely unvulnerable. I had to come to a medium because I didn't want to be vulnerable again. I wanted to make better choices. I wanted to learn from the mistakes in my past. I wanted to be able to say, okay, this happened to me before, but just because it happened to me doesn't mean I have to live there. Doesn't mean that I have to make the same mistakes over and over. Doesn't mean that I have to go and do the same things. So I was chilling on the dark side. Okay. I was there. I was there, and no one here can tell me that I was not there because I had surgery. All my friends abandoned me. My friends didn't want to see me when I was sick. My boyfriend dumped me in the hospital. because he didn't want a sick wife or sick fiance. I've been through it. And the same friends were with me a few weeks ago in my pool, chilling in my backyard. I had my little Jamaican bashment, and we had jerk chicken, and we had jerk pork, and jerk. We had a good time. And literally, all these people I would have given my life for were gone. Not to mention struggling with septic shock, almost losing my life. Not to mention having a coward of a man walk away because he was too scared to see me like that. Not to mention my job, my finances, what happened to my paycheck, my salary. My whole world came crashing down. And I carried that burden around on me for a while. And I was proud of my dark side. I would tell people, I don't have friends. I don't have family. Fuck everything. Fuck everything. And I thought that made me powerful, but you know what? It made me weak because I stopped learning how to deal with people. And that's not life. I stopped learning how to be proactive, look for red flags, protect myself. That's not life. I gave myself a cocoon. I was lonely. A lot of black women will tell you that. I was very lonely. I put up a good front. I was the Darth Vader of the dark side. Okay? I'm going to play him right now. That was me. I woke up every morning. I didn't give a shit. And I thought that was good. I thought I was chilling. But I got to the point where I was not living. I was barely getting by. Because I didn't want to be a victim. I didn't want to be powerless. And the only power I had was keeping everything to myself. Derm, derm, derm. I was Darth Vader. And it was horrible. But I'm going to tell you something. There is power in being on the light side. There is power with the law of attraction, with positivity. How many stars or celebrities or movie stars or even ordinary people are going to tell you the same thing until you believe? Okay, so this link is going to be in the box. This is a great teacher for the law of attraction. It has great books on there too. So if you like it, look in the description box. We're going to go over here now. All right. So there's people that say, Connie, the law of attraction is shit. It doesn't work. Of course it's not going to work. Because if you're thinking it's shit, it's not going to work. It's you already gave up before you even started. So this is a Huffington Post. All right. So this is an actual newspaper. So the law of attraction explains why things happen, both on an individual level and a mass level of humanity as a whole. So in a nutshell, like attracts like. It's just about getting stuff. The law of attraction will impact every facet of your life by working consciously with your energy, thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. And you can make that experience more awesome. Okay? But there's a misunderstanding, about the law of attraction. And knowing that misunderstanding can really allow you to create things in your life you never thought possible. It's not really about your thoughts. Okay? That's your surface thoughts. It goes a lot deeper. Just thinking about something is good is not going to make it happen for you. Think of all the things that have happened in your life, good and bad, that you never thought would happen. The law of attraction is just not wishful thinking. It's about your energy, which is a collection of thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Your energy. This is also referred to as our vibration, and scientists have measured this. We will attract things into our experience that will mirror back our predominant belief. So if your predominant belief is you will not have money, you will not have money. Even if you believe you want to have money. If your predominant belief is I will never find love, I will never find romance, your predominant belief will be what you get, even if you want love and romance. If your predominant belief is that you will be poor, unhappy, fat, overweight, whatever, even if you want the opposite, what's the predominant belief is going to command? I hope that makes sense. We will attract things that will feel just like feelings, and that's our predominant inner energy. This holds true whether we want these things or not. And attracting bad things doesn't mean it was your fault or you had it coming, but it just means that's what you believe. So this means just thinking about what you want can't bring it. Visualizing is not manifesting. That's why I'm very careful about using visualization. Because if I look at a diamond ring and say, I'm visualizing, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'll never get that ring. Nobody ever going to buy me a ring that big. I'm never going to get married. That's not a vision board. That's a hope board. That's a misery board. That's I wish I had it board. That's not visualization. That's actually adding to the negative effects of the law of attraction. Because remember, the law of attraction goes both ways. You can use it to attract good and you can use it to attract bad. You have to remember that. And for all of you who say, oh, it's shit, how many times do you want to hang around a friend that's negative? Or how many times do you want to hang around a friend that's positive? Just think about the friends you avoid. The ones that call you, and every single time they call you, they're complaining about the same thing. And think about the friends you do like to be around. Just think about how they make you feel. Think about how they make you, explore, and how they take you to different places and how they make you feel. They make you feel pretty good. So it's really important for you to know how people and places and things make you feel. Even if you're going to a lecture and the lecture is something negative, and when the whole lecture is done, you feel hopeless. Even if the information was effective, you got to pay attention to what's going on to your energy. You got to listen to me. This is getting serious. If you want the amazing things that's out there, I'm telling you, you can have it. Whether it's love, whether it's wealth, whether it's health, whether it's losing weight. If you want to take yourself to those heights, you got to take yourself first emotionally inside. Okay, so this means that just thinking about what you want can't bring it to you. Visualizing is not manifesting. If you have no genuine positive emotion about what you want to manifest, if your predominant beliefs are still the ones that lend themselves to not believing, then this is possible for you when what you want can't come. You're not a match to it. So you got to match yourself. Think about the law of attraction like a channel. And just think about back in the day, we had to play with the antenna to get the right channel. No matter how much we turn that channel physically on the number, that's back in the day, that's old school. No matter how much we turn it, ching, you put it on channel 7, if that antenna is not adjusted, if that frequency is not there, we're not going to get that channel. So we got to get that antenna back on that TV, twitch it around, fix it with it, play with it a little bit. Then you're going to get the channel 7 or the channel 4. But if you just turn that channel and you're watching the TV and you don't fix the antenna and you don't look for the energy and you don't look for the frequency, you're going to say, what happened? I turned the channel. Why I don't see my channel? I turned the turner. And I'm talking about the old-fashioned TVs here. I'm talking about the old-fashioned TVs. Some of you youngins probably don't know what that old-fashioned TV is. Okay? So this just means just thinking about what you want just can't bring it to you. Visualizing is not manifesting. If you're visualizing and you're looking at it and saying, that is my car, that is my house. That is my money. That's visualizing. And it takes practice, so keep doing it. It starts with saying it. And you got to kind of put yourself into a meditative state. All right? So you really have to make sure that you're doing these things. All right? Since we're very oriented towards action to make things happen, we could become very obsessed with employing tools in efforts to manifest, such as visualizing, affirmations, making vision boards, or whatever other things you have read in a book or been instructed to do, which I believe in if you're doing it the right way. And these tools are integral for sure. We need a way to focus on what we positively want. In the moments we use these tools, we're giving ourselves permission to feel good and focus on what we want, rather than the undesirable bits of our current reality. These actions help us create the expectation we will get what we want, and that is always a good thing. But remember, these are just tools. They in and of themselves can't make anything happen for you. Their power is in helping you cultivate the thoughts, belief, and feelings that are in harmony with what you want. There's a part of your mind that is still operating from the action paradigm and expecting that because you're taking actions, you should see some kind of result. We intellectualize the process of attraction, not realize it is something that happens in the realm of emotion. Are you actually feeling good while using your tools, or you're just going through the emotions? Do you make yourself your tools when you're not feeling it? You're better off going to do something instead that actually makes you feel good. All right? And you're glossing over negativity. Again, the law of attraction isn't just thinking about something and getting it. Just wanting something is not enough to bring it to you. You have to be a match to it. I'm going to say it again. Ladies, you have to be a match to it. And by this, I mean your predominant thoughts, feelings, and belief must be in harmony with what you desire. You must feel now as if you already have what you wanted. The law of attraction can't defy your vibration. I'm going to say it again. The law of attraction can't defy your personal vibration. You can't trick the universe. The process of attraction is a neutral, mechanical process and delivers output experience based on the input, your vibration. It is not judging, deciding, or doing anything humans do. It can't deliver the goods because you're a nice person. You really want something or you're really trying hard to get it. Doesn't work like that. The whole assumption, the whole emphasis on being positive can lead people astray and make them think they're just supposed to stuff down negative feelings and beliefs. But that isn't what you should be doing. You have to admit your negative feelings and let yourself feel them so you can begin the process of transforming them. You have to be honest about limiting beliefs and then work on releasing them. So what scares me about Black women is that I've been in a lot of these circles and I see that we talk about things. I'm like, good, she's talking about it. But then next week, I see she's talking about it. 2 weeks, she's talking about it. 3 weeks, she's talking about it. Okay, that's all she's talking about. She's not talking about solutions. She's not looking ahead. She's not trying to transform and use that negative energy into positive energy. So I always tell people you have to heal, you have to love, you have to have compassion. And these things are the opposite of negative energy. So if you don't love, you can't heal. If you don't have compassion, you can't move forward. Even compassion for yourself. If you don't forgive, you'll always be stuck right where you are. Because the lack of forgiveness is keeping you trapped. And I'm not saying forgive people who hurt you. Forgive yourself for going through that pain. Start with you first. Forgive yourself for feeling hurt, for feeling depressed, for having anxiety. Let it go. Let it all go. And then you'll be able to move into a higher plane. But you can't do that if you refuse to stop looking back. Okay? So don't be afraid of negative emotions. Our emotions are valuable messengers and let us know where we're focusing. Dealing with negative emotion that's already there is very different than generating it by choosing to focus with things you know make you feel bad. I'm going to say it again. Dealing with negative emotion that is already inside of you, ladies. Listen to me. If you have negative things, past trauma, past hurt, past fears, past anxieties, past paranoia, you have to deal with them. It's kind of like taking the bulldozer and throwing out the trash. You got to pick it up and throw it out. But if you are choosing in the present to focus on things you know will make you feel bad, you know it's not going to solve anything. If you choose to open your ears and your soul to the same frequency of negativity, then you know what you're doing. Do your very best to avoid the latter. Okay? Be sure to show yourself some patience and compassion. This is a new way of operating, and you're not going to master it immediately. You lived your whole life off of being negative. You're not going to master it just like that. The good news is any shift in your energy changes your point of attraction, which means you don't have to achieve some perfect vibe where a nary of a negative thought or belief exists to start letting in some good stuff. Okay? So, letting some good stuff. What do you do for yourself? Take yourself to the spa every month. Take yourself to the gym every week, twice a week. Do things that make you happy. Take in a Broadway show, take in a movie, go to a fine dining, get your hair done, get a massage. Start showing self-love. These physical things raise your energy sincerely, not false. Watch comedy. Watch skits that make you laugh. Laughing is great for positivity. And when you get on those highs, when you clear it out for your day, practice, practice, practice raising that vibration. And Black women, we're going to see our world change. I want to talk about Blackistan. I know we have a lot of women that had horrible, horrible situations. I can only imagine the stories. But guys, you gotta leave it alone. I don't want to see no more in my news feed on Facebook. Every minute, Blackistan, Blackistan, Blackistan. I'm sick of it. And you guys keep wondering why you can't get the life you want. You can't get the love you want. You can't get the weight you want. Negative energy is poison for the body. It causes stress, stroke, hypertension. This is science, not drama. You got to get serious. It is 2018. Do you want the same? This is going to be probably the most, do black women want to be happy? Do black women want to be happy? Do you want to be happy? Do we want to be happy? Because I'm giving you the key. I'm telling you, I've been through some crap. I didn't even tell y'all everything, and I'm not going to because I think I made my point. My point is, I came through the dark, like Gloria Estefan, coming out of the dark. You gotta be able to come out and be better and be stronger and be proactive and not be vulnerable to the things that's going to hurt you. No one's saying for you to sit there and say, hit me in my face, son. Hit me in my. That's not what it's about. I'm 38 years old. I wouldn't have survived. I would have been dead a long time ago. I either would have killed myself. I would have been mentally messed up with depression, anxiety. I'm not that. I'm not there because I chose to keep walking towards the light. I chose to fill my life with positivity. I forced that shit. And guess what? Whatever you push is going to come. Whatever you pull is going to come. But whatever you take with you, it's going to be with you until you decide to drop it off. So let's go here. I'm going to go here real quick. All right? So, while this is a fun part of the video. This is from US Newsweek, which is a reputable newspaper. And it says, meet the former Pentagon scientists who say psychics can help Americans spy. So this is a Pentagon scientist. This is also an article in the recent Post newspaper about the Central Intelligence, the CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency of the United States of America, using psychics and people who have power over the mind. Okay? So Dr. Edwin May tests a participant for remote viewing 2 decades after the CIA denounced the government's top secret ESA program. May is trying to bring it back. So our government had a top secret program that basically believed in the power of the mind, telepaths, telekinesis, people that can see and spy. And our government has been documented in doing it. So while the mainstream media tells you law of attraction is not real, while y'all are like arguing, the government's like, la-di-da-di-da, could you come over here, Mr. Psychic? There is power in intention. There is power in perception. So you think if the government's doing this, the government doesn't understand what it's putting out? Negative images, negative news, negative ads, negative TV shows, negative everything. And you guys are feeding it and eating it, not realizing you're damaging your own ability for success and for love and for health. If I come into this house and you're in my house and every single day for an hour, I tell you off. You're ugly. You're stupid. You're dumb. You're fat. You can't accomplish. You can literally measure those results. Even me saying the words, I'm so sensitive to energy. Even me saying those words, it bothered me. I didn't like them coming out my mouth. But if I say, I love you, you're beautiful, you're intelligent, you're successful, you're wealthy, you're superior, you're everything you ever wanted, your dreams, your goals, we love you, we adore you. Even me saying those words, you gotta admit, it gives you a different feeling in your soul than what you just heard me say a few seconds ago. So you can't just say the law of attraction is crap. That's not what black women need. Just think about how black men talk to you. The ones who complain about black men. And it's not no black men bashing, but the ones who say they didn't feel good. You didn't feel loved. You didn't feel adored. You didn't feel beautiful. You didn't feel pretty. You didn't feel special. You didn't feel cherished. And a lot of those feelings came from what? Words. So just think about the other way around. If they're loving you, if they're adoring you, if they're cherishing you, if they're holding you, kissing you, if they make you feel like a princess, you're going to feel differently. The law of attraction is real. If you left a bad situation, leave the situation completely alone by leaving it there mentally and emotionally. If you got to deal with it, you deal with it. But just know you're not supposed to live there. I won't tell you how long it should take. I won't tell you how long it should be. I won't tell you, how you should react. I would recommend getting therapy. There's no shame in that. I think everybody in every realm, I think every human being every 6 months should get therapy. You know why? Because we use our friends as therapists and they're not professional. We use our families as therapists and they're not professional. We use our associates at work. We use our boyfriends. We use our husbands. We use our wives. And that's not their place for us. Yeah, they can listen to our day and say, yeah, Kim at the copy machine should get on my nerves. But if you have deeper problems, there's no shame in that. And every single human being has issues. I don't care who you are. Every single human being has issues they could benefit from talking about to a professional. So it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. If you have those issues, talk about them. Get that energy dealt with so you can make room for the good energy in your life. It's 2018. This is your life. What do you want? Do you want the same thing over and over? Do you want to keep blaming the same things over and over, even if they're 100% at fault? Okay, fine. This person's wrong. That community's wrong. That woman is wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. Okay, what are you going to do about it? Leave it behind. What is your personal goals? What do you want out of life? Are you making plans? Are you making action plans? How are you going to put that action plan into action? Are you networking with like minds? Are you networking with people? I'm telling you, you got to make a change. You got to make a decision. And it's scary because a lot of y'all been using that addiction, that a lot of y'all been using that negativity crack. A lot of you, I see it every day. I see it every day. We attack one another. We diss one another. We put down one another. We prison one another mentally. A black woman's upset. She's crying. She's crazy. A black woman's upset. She's crying. She's triggered. A black woman's upset. She's crying. She lost her mind. We put labels. And then you wonder why so many black women are full of stress. Because they can't express themselves. They're paranoid. They don't want to be labeled angry black woman. They don't want to be labeled the bitch. Because that's what society does. Every other woman, especially Becky, is free to have her hissy fit and come back and still walk away with her dignity. God forbid we do the same thing. We're crazy. We have issues. You need therapy. Yeah, we all need therapy. Unless you came from an ocean clam of Poseidon and God made you and you are Venus and you open up the clam and your golden hair is sprawling all over the sky and you perfect and all the dolphins jumped and there's rainbows, cut the fucking shit. Everybody listen to this video could benefit to speaking to a therapist once every 6 months, once every 3 months. Someone that will keep your shit confidential, someone that is professional, knows how to manage your issues, someone that is going to be all about your best interest and knowing how to make things happen for your best interest, not just blah, everything come out at once. People that are going to assess you because each and every one of you have a different way of coping, a different way of coping. And no one should tell you how to cope, when to cope, how much to cope, this cope and that cope, 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 cope. That is madness. Seek professional help. And if you do get a life coach, if you do get a coach, your life coach is supposed to complement what the professionals have prescribed for you. I'm working with several black women right now. And the first thing I ask them, are you working with a professional, a doctor, psychologist? And if they are, I would like to know what's your course of action. And I complement that and I support that because I'm supposed to be working in conjunction with their health. These are serious health issues that some women have. Don't let anyone tell you how to heal, when to heal, why you shouldn't be healing. Oh, you shouldn't be hurt from that. Go away, go on. You have to make sure that you're getting the assessment, the love, and the attention you deserve. So let's just go on to the next one because I just wanted to show you guys this. Again, if you find any of these articles interesting, they're going to be in the link. And I would like you guys to take some time and look at it if you want to. But definitely take that time to love yourself enough to get the help you need. We all need it. The president gets a therapist. I think Donald Trump needs it more than anybody else. Everyone gets therapists. Okay? So for the people who are going to be like, what is this shit? I'm listening to her. I still don't know what she's talking about. The law of attraction. Is there any scientific evidence for the law of attraction? This is an article by the Huffington Post. Okay? Recent brain imaging studies are rapidly showing that the brain does in fact conform in its function to the law of attraction. Perhaps the most convincing evidence to date has been the discovery of mirror neurons. As first seen in monkeys, scientists eventually found a set of mirror neurons in humans that mirror the behavior of someone who is being observed. That is, when we observe someone doing something, the same pattern of the brain activation that allows that person to do what they're doing, example, lifting up their right hand or smiling, is mirrored in the brain of the observer. It is as if the observer is doing these things themselves. Activations are seen in premotor and parietal cortex of the brain regions that prepare the body for movement and attention. Thus, our brains appear to mirror the actions of other persons automatically. Similarly, when we act, the brain of others will fire in a similar way. Our actions cause similar action representations in the brain of others. So, guys, I don't know what else to show you. I'm giving you scientific proof. I told you that if you're engaging in someone who's talking about negativity, who's talking about something that makes your energy feel low, that listen to how you feel when you hang up the phone when you talk with someone. Do you feel happy? Do you feel sad? Do you feel glad? Guys, how bad do you really want it? Do you want your happiness as bad as you want to breathe? Do you want your happiness as bad as you can see with your two eyes? Do you want your happiness as bad as you could run across a field? Because it's all up to you. And if you want to have things you've never done, you got to do things you've never ever thought you could do. And that means follow positivity. Give positivity a chance. Give it a chance. I did, and it changed my life. And that's why I'm so passionate about it. Because this is real to me. And I know this can help Black women more than anything else in the world. Okay? So think for a moment about how great you feel while watching a high speed car chase or a tremendous acrobats. Your own brain sets up a simulation as though you're actually doing these things. You start to feel as though you are the pole vaulter or the ice skater since your brain mirrors the actions of those you are watching. When this field is developing, a more established set of findings goes on to further support the law of attraction. Early research using brain imaging has shown that fear activates an almond-shaped collective of nerve cells in the brain called amygdala. Okay? When you show people fearful faces, the amygdala activates as if those people were experiencing fear themselves. What is perhaps more intriguing is that there are ways to change the experiment so that people are entirely unaware that they are seeing those fearful faces. However, when you look at their brains during the period when they are unaware of seeing the faces, the amygdala also activates. So even people whose brains have been damaged so that they are blind to what they will see will have their amygdala light up when the faces are exposed. Thus, fear in others will register in our brains as fear. Another person lit up will light up our own. We attract the fear to ourselves because we're connected to other people and their brains instantly. That is why anxious people make other people feel anxious, and fearful people make other people afraid. Similar principles apply to happiness and extend reward. When our brains will light up those centers that correspond with these emotional states and other. Okay? With first astounding, it starts to seem believable when we often think we have a gut feeling of fear when someone else is afraid, or a gut feeling of well being when someone smiles authentic. That gut feeling is automatically and actually a brain feeling as we set up brain responses in the brain of others with our own emotions. That is aside from our brains mirroring the actions of others. Okay? And a third line that supports the law of attraction is ask and it is given. The power of intention. The brain region involved in intentions are very connected to the regions involved in action. As a result, firing up those regions involved in intention will start to fire up your action centers. Intention needs to be strong enough for action to occur. Also, when you place your attention on a certain feeling, it can worsen that. It can worsen that feeling. By interface, when we place our attention away from pain, the pain is decreased. Thus, it's not so much that we are attracting what we put out, but we make it possible to feel and do things when we attend to them or make them an intention. So this is your science part of the law of attraction. So there's science here for you guys who be like, this is shit. What is she talking about? You can go and read this link You can go look at the citations, look at the articles. But guys, I'm telling you the truth. I have a lot of integrity to me. I'm a big ass nerd. You guys know I'm telling you the truth. I want black women to be happy. But do you want to be happy? Do you want to keep talking about the stuff that makes you upset because it feels good? Do you want to keep gossiping about the shit that makes you upset because it feels good? Do you want to keep talking about the people, places, and things that frustrate you because it feels good? Or do you want to talk about having love in your life? Do you want to talk about finding your husband one day? Do you want to talk about opening a business? Do you want to talk about being an entrepreneur? Do you want to talk about being healthy, losing that weight? Do you want to talk about having more energy, being happy? Happy every single morning you wake up. Imagine every time your eyes open, being ridiculously happy. Sounds like a dream? It's not. You can switch out, but you have to want it. And I'm going to ask you, how bad do you want it? Do black women really want to be happy? Because you can have it, but you have to let go and let go of everything that you've been doing and be willing to give yourself up to positivity, give yourself up to faith, whether that's faith in you, faith in the religion you have, faith in spirituality, faith in womanhood, faith in your intelligence, faith in whatever it is. I don't care what it is, but find some type of spiritual grounding faith. And you have to be willing to give yourself up to the waves of happiness. And this doesn't mean that you're not proactive. This doesn't mean that you make the same mistakes. This doesn't mean that you're vulnerable and you're a fool and you get dragged. Because that's foolery. That's that success doesn't come from that. I didn't get to pay off my house because I was an idiot. I didn't get to open up businesses and become an agent because I was an idiot. I didn't get to open up several other businesses because I was vulnerable. You got to be proactive. Listen to your energy. Your energy protects. I'm going to say it again. Listen to your energy. Your energy is meant to protect. Every time something bad happened to your life, you know damn well you went against your energy. Then you want to shit on energy, but you don't want to listen to it. You can't have it both ways. When you get that little in your stomach and you go against the when you get that little tightness in your body, because I've done it. When you're meeting a new guy and the guy says something stupid and you feel weird, you gotta speak to like 20 different girls. Hey, look at this text message. What do you think he means by that? The minute you get into those questions, you already know. And all you're looking for is for people to tell you what you don't want to do. That's all it is. Oh, you know what? He called me last night and he said so and so and such. What do you think he means by that? You don't want to believe it. We have the feminine brain. We're soft. We're emotional. We're beautiful. We're delicate. We're compassionate. We're giving. So we're trying to show that to something going against our natural instinct to protect. The law of attraction will protect you. The law of attraction will prevent it. The law of attraction will give you power because you can use it to attract good or bad. So once you have that core of I'm going to be successful, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. That's going to give you a built-in radar for bullshit. But it's up to you if you want to use that radar. Staying in the dark, that's not radar. That's just staying in the dark. That's where I was living. That's where I was living after surgery, after septic shock, after losing my friends, after losing my boyfriend, after basically losing my job, after losing my health, after having to change my whole life, the way I ate, the way I took things for granted. That was me. I was the Darth Vader of darkness. So I'm here to tell you, if you want something different, I'm going to keep saying it. You got to do more. So now we're going to go over to this other link here. So I want to talk about this with black women. Okay? Stress, Health, and African American Woman, a Black History Month notation. So this basically says Black women are coping with severe stress. Okay? So African American women have stress and they, they're dealing with it in severe ways. They're having 85% higher rate of ambulatory medical care for high blood pressure. Okay? You're having elevated pressure, which is the leading cause of stroke and 20% death of all African American women. And they're hypertensive, maybe due to their high blood pressure. Okay? African American women have higher degrees of Afrocentric cultural values, which are associated with greater perceived stigma about counseling and greater self-concealment. Women who are more overweight were experiencing more stress. So there you go. A lot of you are overweight because of the stress. And then you don't get the understanding. Then you get shamed from people in your own community, from other women. They're so quick to tell you why you fat, son. They're so quick to tell you fat, 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 fat. But nobody takes the time to say, Connie, how are you feeling? Connie, sit down. Let's go to the mall. Let's go to Red Lobsters. Let's talk about your life. Are you having stress, Connie? Are you depressed? How's everything? When's the last time you've been on vacation? When's the last time you had a massage? When's the last time somebody made you feel wonderful? You have black women telling other black women and not even listening to what's happening to us as black women. They don't even care. They just say, you fat, you gotta lose weight. You think she don't want to lose weight, son? You think if she had a button, a Halle Berry button, she wouldn't touch that size 2 button? And I'm passionate about this because I've been there and I was neglected. I had endometriosis, I had PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is known to cause not fatness, obesity, which causes pre-diabetic and insulin resistance. I was sick, 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 sick. And no one cared. Women who are more overweight are experiencing more stress. Also, 50% of women thought that stress negatively affected their weight control and their weight control behavior. Additionally, occupational stress related to racism, sexism, and workload were major stressors for this group of women. All right? It's crazy. It's crazy. So this is what I mean. When are you going to make these changes? When are we going to stop attacking each other? There's no other group of women with these statistics. There's no other group of women who are having heart attacks and elevated level of strokes because they're being attacked. Not only are black women being attacked, but you're getting to the point where you can't even talk about it. This is happening in silence because we're being told when we speak up, triggered. We're being told we express ourselves. She need help. We're being told if we speak up, bitch. We're being told we speak up, she angry. And the statistics is showing completely different. This is showing a woman that's defeated. This is showing a woman that's crying for help. This is showing a woman that is dying. This is showing a woman who's not loved and need of loved. This is showing women who aren't happy. When are we going to make a change? Leave the cancer where it is. Get off the negativity crack pipe. Change your life. Change the channel. Change the vibration. Leave the cancer where it is. I'm telling you right now, if you leave Blackistan or Makistan, if you leave Nagasaki, if you leave Hotep Shima, if you're having issues with Beckystan, you got to take care of it. You got to deal with it and move on. Because if you don't spiritually and emotionally move on, you might as well stay where you are. Because some of the most hurtful and demeaning things I've seen have come from other black women because we're in a society that tells you to hate black women. We're in a society that tells you to diss black women. We're in a society that doesn't give us protection. And this goes for everyone in society, black or white. You got Rihanna getting dissed by Snapchat. You got black women getting ignored by the medical community. You got black women getting ignored and dying in childbirth. You got black women getting ignored by the Me Too movement, which was started by a black woman. Guys, we have to create a culture of love. Forget about family. Forget about best friends. Forget about cousins or that's my girl. It's a culture of love. We got to get into loving one another, understanding one another, having empathy for one another. If a black woman tell you she's hurting, don't say, well, you know, that happened to me and I didn't get hurt like that though. That doesn't matter. We all have differences. Look at the Jacksons. I hate to use this excuse, but look at the Jacksons. They all grew up with that crazy ass Joe Jackson. And you see Michael Jackson got the most fucked up because I think he was one of the youngest. So him perceiving and experiencing life at age 5 or 4 is different than someone experiencing life in the same situation at ages 17 or 20. We're all entitled to feel and hurt the way they were. I think I was telling someone in the group today that someone was asking for advice about a relationship, and I was giving, advice about my relationship, not my current relationship, but one of the relationships I had a long time ago, where I had to call off an engagement because I found out the guy was cheating. And I was told that's the same thing as being single. I was told that being engaged is the same thing as being single. Now, I don't know what planet that came from, and I'm not trying to be mean, but just think about it. If you're a few weeks away from your wedding and you got a wedding dress and you got a 2.5 carat ring, and people are flying in from different countries, and everything is paid, and you're getting married in Manhattan, and look up the average cost for a wedding in Manhattan. We're not even going to go there and talk about money. And imagine you had to call off your engagement to somebody you've been with for 2 years because you caught that person cheating, or somebody told you that person was cheating. And you have another woman saying, well, that's not a big deal. You weren't married to him. It's not the same. We're talking about marriage people cheat. This is what I'm talking about. And the funny thing is, when that thing happened to me, I did go to therapy. I did go get help because I told you I'm a therapy junkie. I believe all of us should be talking to people because some of this shit people be telling people, I'll be seeing your business on Facebook. I'll be seeing your business on Instagram. I'll be seeing everybody's business with no regard to their privacy. Your friends talk about you. So therapists are people that are trained to listen and talk to you professionally. And the funny thing is, when I told the therapist what happened to me with that whole wedding debacle, she even said, and I said to her, I guess a part of the comfort was like, well, this is at least I didn't marry him. At least it's not divorce. And she actually said that she's dealt with this in the past and this could be more stressful than divorce. And I said, how so? She said, well, Connie, divorce is controlled. You do have a certain control over who knows about your divorce, how you get divorced, when you get divorced. Most of the time, it's a control system. You don't wake up one morning and just have a wonderful marriage and get divorced. And then you can control who you tell and how you tell and when you tell. There's a certain control to it, she said, normally. Normally, there is. But she said, if you have a canceled wedding, there's no control. Your guests have to know. Every single one of them. People you probably don't see every day. People you probably don't speak to every day. People you probably never even see in your life. Gifts have to be returned. Money got to be returned. Ring got to be returned. You probably bought things, bridesmaids dresses and flowers. You're probably going to have things in your house you can't even use. It's very traumatic to have your wedding dress and you can't do anything with it. This was a therapist telling me. And she said, I've seen women cope way better with divorces than broken engagements and broken weddings because it's an embarrassment factor that you got to deal with the families. Normally, when you're getting divorced, families don't get involved. Completely different when people think they spent their money and their time and their energy into your wedding. It's very, very complicated. But that happened a long time ago. But the reason I'm bringing it up is that we don't respect each other's stress. We don't love one another. You can't have both. You can't have both. And I think sometimes we abuse one another because we know we come from tough backgrounds. Sometimes the language we use with one another, we wouldn't use it with a white woman. We wouldn't. Or Spanish, or Indian, or any type, because we know they probably don't hear that type of language. We claim to love one another, but we're quick to expose each other to the same language we kind of think we're used to, instead of rising above, instead of being better, instead of giving ourselves the benefit of the doubt. You can't complain about Blackistan and use the same language as Blackistan and be like, so what? Blackistan use it. You are bringing that negativity. You can't complain about a bad relationship and you're going to come out and treat people worse than how you were treated in the relationship. It doesn't make any sense. It's all connected. The law of attraction, loving one another, being beyond that, a culture of love for Black women. We're dying. And for anyone to say how horrible we are, I want to see statistics for other women. How are we affecting other women? I want to see any other demographic of women who are dying because of Black women, because we're such bitches. Let's see others. Let's see Becky's health records. Let's see Latina health records. Let's see Indian or Asian. I want to know any demographic who complain about Black women, including Black women. Show me the receipts. I want to see other Black women who are affecting non-Black women to the point where they're dying or can't give birth or having low birth rate babies or having anxiety and blood pressure and strokes. It's bullshit. It's a negative social stereotype that we as Black women we have bought into it ourselves. I'm telling you, break free. Break free. Get out that that's what I call that Jedi mind trick. Just look at this black woman. 5 things I've learned as a black woman dealing with depression. Take a look. Okay? She was diagnosed with anxiety and bipolar disorder. All right? And being black and having a mental illness are not in mutual excluding. All right? The narrative of black people not believing in mental illness isn't entirely accurate. It's okay to not be okay. All right? Racism and misogyny can play a part in how you feel. It's okay to ask for help. You think you're not alone. I've seen black women torture other black women with the idea of you need counsel or therapy anytime she speaks up about an issue. It happened to me today. I was talking on a page and the person told me I need therapy. I'm like, bitch, I'm the king of therapy. I encourage every black woman and black man and white and pink and purple. We all have issues. But if you're making an articulate statement, if you're making an argument you're passionate about, if you're explaining yourself, you're not cursing, you're not yelling, you're not demeaning, you're not hurting, you're just saying, this is what happened, A, B, C, and D. And that person tries to, you need counseling, you need therapy, you need this and that. The person pretends they graduated from Harvard or Stanford, they pretend they're an MD, and they start doing medical assessments across Facebook. This is the shaming of black women. Because white women don't go through that. A white woman could do some crazy shit, and her white friends won't say, "You need therapy, Becky," because I've seen it. They don't do that to each other. Indian don't, Hispanic don't, only black women. It's like they think it's a source of insecurity. You're no better than the black men you diss when you do that to your own so-called sister. You're no better. And I'm here to tell you, have the confidence, continue to speak up. This is why black women are dying, because we've been beaten into an insecure, passive nature. We're so insecure about being seen as the angry black woman, the bitchy black woman, the crazy black woman, the ghetto black woman, the ratchet black woman, the slut, the hoe, the thought, the chicken head. I just shut off several negativities about the beautiful, gorgeous, educated, loving, hardworking, can cook her ass off, natural hair, smelling like coconut and shea butter, goddess of a woman that we insult. And then we want to say this and that. I'm telling you, do the cleanse. Purge yourself of negativity. Purge yourself of those thoughts. If you left a bad situation, don't look back. I talked about it in my last video. Don't be like Lot's wife. For those of you who are not Christian, Lot is a little story in the Bible where God got sick of a place and God was like, I'm going to clean this place out, take your wife, take your kids, take your shit, and leave. But don't look back. And Lot and his family left, but the wife was like, I'm going to take a peekie. And she turned back and she turned to a pillar of salt. And guess what? Even though they physically left the village, she got stuck because God said, keep running, don't look back. And she looked back and she turned to a pillar of salt. And many of us kind of left the destruction. Whether that destruction is the black community, the white community, I don't care what it is. Whether that destruction is any type of community that was hurting you. Whether it's a bad relationship, a bad marriage, family, friends, no matter what the situation is, if you left it physically, but you keep looking back, you're going to turn into a pillar of salt. And you're not going to be able to move forward. And you deserve marriage. You deserve kids. You deserve happiness. You deserve money. You deserve Louboutins. You deserve Ferragamo. You deserve Louis Vuitton. You deserve everything that you want. But you can't have both. You can't have negativity and positivity. You can't have light and dark. You can't have good and bad. You got to make a choice. You got to make a choice. And if you don't make that choice, it's going to make it for you. And most of the time when life make it for you, it's always the shaky shit. It's never the good shit. Whenever you pull something at random, you rarely get a golden unicorn. You get the bad shit. So take control of your life. Take control. Take it back. Handle it. Don't be scared. Make an action plan. Get a planner. Get a pen and paper. Get a graph. Do your 3-month plan, your 6-month plan, your year plan. What do you want from life? How can you get it? Why don't you have it? What was keeping you from getting it? Do you really want to be happy? Or do you want to be crying forever like this sister in the picture? You got to make a choice, man. You got to make a choice. The black woman is a queen. She's a goddess. Look at these ancient religions. How in the world can black women come from African high culture civilizations where she was worshipped as guardian angels and revered as mothers of the universe? A man could not become a king without the queen crowning him. A woman's valuable wisdom and a treasure, and her aura was sought after by real men seeking to build up and maintain empires. How can we have fallen so far that we're that insecure? I'm going to tell you something. You're going to have people who's going to be mean to you. You're going to have people who's going to insult you. Not everyone's going to like you. That's just a part of life. And that's why I'm here to tell you to pour yourself with love. Bury yourself in love. Ego, fuck that. Be like Kanye. Be crazy about yourself. Be crazy about treating yourself right. Take yourself to the spa. Take yourself to the movie. Get a massage. Get a Brazilian wax. Buy yourself flowers every Friday. Buy yourself roses every 2 weeks. Be the love that you want to yourself. And you're going to see amazing things happen. Incredible things happen. You're going to see the skies part. You're going to see the sunlight. You're going to see the darkness start to fade away. Because that's what happened for me. And I want you to have a better 2018. I want you to get excited New Year's Eve. Because you know every time you make plans, the heavens and earth is going to move. I want you to get excited. I don't want you to see, oh, it's 2019. Fuck that. The same shit, same year. That's the sign of a negative life. I get hype from our goals because I know I'll be killing that shit. I know if I say something, I put 100% to it, that shit's going to happen. And you are no different than me. I am no more special than everybody listening to this video. You can do it. But you got to make a choice. I am begging you. You got to make a decision where you're going to go. Are you going to keep doing the same? Listening to the same? Acting the same? Feeling the same? Listen to the energy. How do you feel when this video is over? What does it make you think? What does it make you feel? You gotta know that you are worth every single dream that slips through your cerebellum, that comes through your brain. You're worth it. You're worth it. So, I want to talk about adoring the woman and a little bit personal about me that I know a lot of you guys know I'm Catholic, and that was my saving grace, to be honest with you, in Christianity, because I found the beauty in the Catholic faith because of the worship of Mary, or adoration, or whatever you want to call it. But I like the fact that women were adored. I would go to the church and I would see statues, and I would see, I'm just pressing the buttons over here. They're carrying her over here. And I remember when I was talking about other Christianities, and people would tell me, well, they worship Mary and they adore Mary, and that's why it's not real Christianity, it's idol worship and whatever it may be. But I love to see women honored. I love to see women cherished, and especially the Black woman. I love to see the power of her womb celebrated. Whether you want kids or not, the power of the womb, it means something. It means something that you can actually glorify femininity and womanhood. And I believe that's the essence of being a woman. It's something special. And Black women, we have it. We have it inside of us. And there's been a lot of misuse of the femininity of Black women. And I want to say this to you. We have the power to transcend ourselves to the next level. We have the power to take ourselves to the next height. But we have to love ourselves. And guess what? I get it. I get it. Not every Black woman is going to come on this ride. I'm laughing because I'm thinking about all the craziness I've been through. And that's okay. Stop talking about them. Stop dealing with them. Move forward. Love, hug, and kiss. Embrace the ones who have been there for you. And together, you have that small circle. And together, you and that small circle, go live your fucking life. Go travel, open businesses, fall in love, get married, have cute little babies. Do what you gotta do. Don't spend your whole life focusing on negativity. Of course, I met some negative black women that done some crazy shit to me, but I don't care about them, so I don't talk about them. They're not in my life. They're not going to be in my present. They're not going to be in my future. They're not going to be in this video. Nope. I brought it up just for a point of reference. And it's time that we get back to honoring women, loving women. And I'm talking about the black woman. I'm talking about us honoring women. Yeah, that's right. Put the crown back on that head. We need to put the crowns on the heads of each other and be sincere. Listen to the message. See how you feel. Try it. Try it. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. Blessings, blessings. Have a wonderful day. And if you like this channel, please like and subscribe. If you like this video, please share. Have a great day, guys.